Hello, welcome to Qimen Dunjia. My name is Douglas Chan. I'm the Qimen teacher. I teach Qimen internationally to different countries, and I conduct classes every few months. So today we're going to talk about this particular case study related to Squid Game, where a best friend actually invited you to join a venture to open up a new company to sell Squid Game costumes. So if you know that Squid Game is actually a very popular Netflix series, where actually this it actually hit the roof to let a lot of people all over the world actually watch Squid Game. And all of a sudden, this Squid Game thing is very, very popular. And apparently because of this particular activity that create a lot of this buzz, so there's a lot of merchandise are being sold worldwide because of this Squid Game. So the situation is this, where their friend is actually asking you to venture into this selling of Squid Game costume, where he believes that it's going to be very profitable after that particular burst. So in this case itself, we plotted this chart where it's around 2021, November the 1st, 11 p.m. So in this case, this particular Qimen Dunjia chart over here is telling us the potential of this venture and telling us whether is it likely going to be profitable. So in this case, we'll go step by step in the case study to see what can we see from this particular chart. This chart is a very interesting chart because this is called a full-in chart. So let me type it down. What does a full-in chart looks like? So it's pronounced as F-U-Y-I-N, full-in. Full-in chart. So in a full-in chart, what does it really mean? Meaning that this particular chart itself is going to be motionless, is going to be slow, it's also going to be very painful. So this is the entire chart of full-in stand for. So the overall picture of this chart is actually a full-in chart. So in this case, most of the time when we were talking about a full-in chart, I will always highly recommend the person not to go ahead with any major decision in most of the cases. However, to let you go through the process of understanding the chart, what I will do is that I will go through the standard process of looking at this chart to see whether this is going to be profitable. So in this case, the first step we will need to see is to see the answer. Where is the answer? The answer is actually within the hour stamp, which I highlighted over here. This is called a 甲子. 甲子 equates automatically to 物. So 物 itself, this is the answer, represent in the box of box number 8. So box number 8 is telling us the representation of all the different symbols, which we got the leader, life, and a diplomat. So in this diplomat itself, there is also a horse. Horse telling us that this is something will be either is unstable or probably is going to be related to overseas. So if this venture is going to be selling Squid Game costume, it's likely to be overseas. So in this case, the not being stable may not really apply in this situation. So with a leader, life, and diplomat, all of the red symbol actually tell us is something really very interesting, which means that the answer is likely to be good in a macro level, on the micro level, excuse me. So next, we look at where are you? That means where is the asker, the person that's involved. So we will need to look at the day stamp. This is over here. We have the Jia Ying. Okay, Jia Ying is over here. So Ying equates to a Kui. Kui, this is a Kui. So Kui is over here, box number 3 itself. Box number 3, we have an injury, we have an impulse, and we have a 9 heaven. So in this case itself, we are talking about the current status and the future status of yourself. So in this particular question that we are targeting, we are talking about an injury, which is a 9 heaven. So an injury 9 heaven, it does not spell very good because injury is already it's a very, very bad door, second worst door in the doors itself, the 8 doors itself. And with an impulse, it's telling us not to be very impulsive in making this decision to go ahead with this particular venture. And 9 heaven, plus injury, meaning that Nine Heaven is actually high, a very tall building, a very high in terms of looking at things. But if we were to combine the injury plus Nine Heaven, meaning that the injury itself can also means that it's going to be a very high injury. So injury may not be physical injury, it can be mental injury, it can be like this financial injury also. So which means that in this particular chart is actually hinting to you that you may likely get to lose money, and this money is going to lose a lot of money. Okay, so in this case itself, we also look at whether the bandit star is equates to this particular symbol called the Tianpeng. Tianpeng also means something related to losing money. So in the losing money situation where it belongs to box number 1, which is the water element, and you are over here, which is box number 3, the water element and the wood element actually is being produced to you. So which is to say that the ability to lose money or lose big money is actually coming to you directly. That means it's producing you, which is not a very, very good thing to associate with. So in this case, I am very, very, I would say, cautious about this particular venture where it is likely to make, there's potential make money, but there's also a potential to lose money. So which means that your profit will come in a very short term. That means when you start, you can actually have a big bang on it. But after a while, because the whole process, the whole Squid Game is actually a very short span of time in terms of the enthusiasm. So it will be like a spike. You know, the interest will go up and then after that it will go down all the way. So in this case, it might not be a very interesting venture to go into. And supported by the fact of this full wing chart. So generally, when we talk about full wing chart, I will not recommend anybody to go into this particular decision making using Qimen Dunjia chart. So in this case, moving forward is that I would highly recommend not to go ahead with it. So in this case, we would not be going into this particular venture for this Squid Game costume. So this is the basic idea of how we actually look at this achievement chart to decide whether to go ahead in this particular business venture. Okay, thank you very much for watching this particular video. See you again.